Good.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
A little bit about yourself.
I'm a Vietnam veteran and PTSD as well. So there was a time when I was homeless, okay? And I would stay in a men's shelter, and acupuncturists come through twice a week and do that, And I would just get it anyway, just to help me, not really knowing it would end up like this, to where I really, really like it, And so maybe I was in poor health about 5 years ago, and all of my body parts were shutting down, lung, heart, everything was shut down. I was pretty sick, And what they found is I had a pleurisy, which is fluid around my heart, around my lungs, And I was dying, in actuality. And really dying. I decided that, I need to take care of my health. I'm trying these different things to try to figure out how I can have better health, and acupuncture seemed to be the answer, And, I didn't know how to go about doing it, So someone told me about a veterans clinic, so I went from there and started doing that,
And so have you been coming regularly for a few years?
Yes, regularly. Every Wednesday, and I also get additional treatments during the month.
Has your health improved?
It had improved immensely, compared to where I was before. Like in the beginning, the doctors had put me on so many different medications, like 12 to 15 different type of meds for this and for that, And for a great number of years, like, for my antidepressant, maybe 15, 20 years, my blood pressure, to keep my blood pressure down, for like 20 years, and things like that, okay? And to help my lungs and everything, And I just didn't like being on medication. So I knew that there had to be an alternative. Okay, now I can say I was doing 15 to 20 medication, 12 to 15 different types of meds at one time. So now I'm down to just one medication, and that's everywhere else, like 1 milligram, which is like not taking any.
Can you talk a little bit about how you feel acupuncture works with your PTSD?
Well, I'm able to be calmer. Okay, I'm not as stress-free. It's also helped my emotions, which is, I was out in the streets, and you're not really healthy. And it's helped my health so much. Like, okay, now I'm healthier now than I was when I was 25 years old.
I'm not going to ask you how old you are now.
And I'm 62, and that's just a lot, and I feel really good, at this point in my life. And like I say, I would tell anybody, and I'm pretty sold on the acupuncture. I have to keep coming back.
Okay, and then you have to tell people, does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt. They think it does, but it's like a ant sting or something like that. It doesn't.
And how do you feel when the needles are in?
Well, what I know, what acupuncture does, it makes me, it makes you putting all your body parts in sync. Okay, number one, spleen and everything, and I know a little bit about the meridians and things like that. And I feel when they're in, I feel calmer, and I just let the needles do the work. That's the main thing. You have to do that, and you have to give it a chance, because some people just give up after just maybe 1 or 2 times, But for me, I'm sold on it. Like, I feel much better. I'm able to sleep later. Sleep later on that night, and life goes much better this way for me. In a group session, I think everything works better. There's a lot of good body chemistry there, and everybody gets treated. I'm at the point in my life where health is more important to me than anything. And acupuncture has been the key for me. And I really appreciate that, and all that they do for me.
Do you want to say anything, Dixon, about Carla and Val and the practitioners, and the program, and sort of how you feel about that?
Yeah, you know what? They're very, very special. They mean a lot, and I feel that they help me a lot. And they care, and that's very important. They mean it from the heart, and I love them all. They're there to help people and to help me, and that goes a long way. And I'm going to continue.